Hi, Aries. This is part 2 of your March astrology. I do apologize when it gets into 2 parts because I apparently just get talking too much or spirit starts making me talk too much. I don't know. But anyway, this is part 2 for all Aries signs, and I had spoken right on up to the 4th house. And the reason I said that you don't really have a whole lot more going on is because you have the full moon, which is coming in on the 9th, which we're going to discuss in just 1 second. We already discussed the 8th house. Your 7th house. Yeah, your 7th house, which is Libra. The full moon's taking place in your 6th house. But then you don't have anything else in any of the houses until we get up to the 10th. So that's going to push it through a lot faster, other than you're going to definitely be feeling the new moon coming through also in your sign at the end of the month. Now, the full moon, like I said, is going to be taking place in your 6th house of Virgo. 9th, same day Mercury goes direct in Aquarius. So it's probably going to be, I would say from the 4th through the 9th, they're probably going to be very sensitive week anyway, period. But here's the thing. When I'm looking at your astrology, because like I said, Spirit was pointing it out and pointing out Taurus, you have the moon, which is not getting along with your 12th house, which happens to have the sun and Neptune within like 1 degree of each other. That can be good, but that can be bad. And the reason I say that is because it is in opposition, which means they're not necessarily getting along. Your moon, your Neptune, and the sun. This is the 12th house. For one, the 12th house is your subconscious. It's your hidden self. It's your karmic debt. It's your skeletons in the closet. It's all of the stuff that we don't really like to address, but it needs to be healed. Yes, yet it's very magical and confusing because it's ruled by Neptune, which is in Pisces. And Pisces really wants to believe the best in everything in the world around it, and it wants to have compassion. It's mysterious, it's curious, it's loving, but it's also so easily to be trampled on and walked over when you're in that 12th house in Pisces energy because of Neptune, because the magic can be very confusing. And what I mean by that is Neptune is fantasy, smacks you in the face with harsh reality. It's illusion versus delusion. Magic can be whatever you create it to be, and if you fill it with ill waters, then it becomes ill waters. And we fill it with ill waters so easily because we misunderstand we're doing it. Now, it's directly having a conversation with the 6th house. The 6th house is your daily, everyday, mundane tasks. But nothing about our life is actually mundane. Our health care, our diet, our service, our working abilities, our careers, our hygiene, our daily tasks. From getting up, taking a shower, going to work, and your daily events, your daily rituals. But your daily rituals have specific people, places, and things of energy in them. And those people, places, and things of energy you consume, whether it's positive or negative. So there's denial, self-deception, self-undoing, self-sacrifice, karmic debts, skeletons in the closet, magic that could easily be overlooked because it's subconscious. Some of those darker energies, grief, sorrow, shame, and blame, skeletons in the closet, and it's facing your daily routines. It's facing those people, places, and things in your daily routines, emotionally setting them off and illuminating them because the moon is there. Virgo is also the lie detector, detail oriented, the troubleshooter, picks through everything and this, and this would be why it's that way. So the moon is very much picking everything apart, being like a little bit of a detective, and the routines and the people and the places and the things, but this is where that mirroring is coming in. It's a full moon too. So there's all about release, surrender, and let go, which means there's healing that needs to be made. And it's going back to that 12th house, illuminating the magic, whether it's positive or negative. And it's because there's healing. And for some specific people, I'm being told that this is going to deal with government situations, whether it's government offices, courts, child support, government of some form. That's going to be coming up and rearing its ugly head is more or less what I just got. But that's part of a mirroring action is what I'm being told. The key here is it's also not getting along with Taurus. Your self-worth, your self-value, your self-esteem, which supports your independence, individuality, uniqueness, freedom. Where are you still not taking time to express yourself? And I don't mean express yourself verbally. That could be part of it. But I do mean self-expression. You know, your interests, your involvements. Where are you still involved in everybody else's involvements? This is individuality, uniqueness, freedom. Where is that feeling jeopardized or feeling threatened? There's a key there for you to acknowledge what the universe is trying to tell you. Plus, it's going straight up and it's talking to that 10th house, which happens to be the honor, the reputation, the prestige, the professional career, the financial success, the social foundations, the outer world and its authority. This is the foundation of the material world you live in. And it's not getting along with it, saying something has to shift here, rules, walls, boundaries. Because Saturn's getting ready to leave at the end of the month, so it's running out of time of teaching you what it's been trying to teach you, at least until it comes back in retrograde, because it's about to move into Aquarius. It's running out of time. Saturn is definitely throwing up those rules, walls, and boundaries and saying, this is where I need to shift and why aren't you doing it? Pluto is here going, I'm trying to help you connect with your spirit, meaning you have to let go of what isn't you, but you still think it is. So that's death, decay, and destruction for renewal, rebirth, regeneration, finding the true spirit. Jupiter is bringing abundance here. You also have Pallas doing strategic thinking, trying to figure out how we reformulate the new foundation. So the spirit isn't just inside of you, but it's part of your life and it's bringing you freedom. The full moon is going to be illuminating things that are setting this off and what's keeping you from it. Okay? Because the only thing that's really going good about that is it's getting along with Chiron and Lilith in your sign. The wounded healer and finding your fire. Will you find it? Will you stand in it? Then, we already went over that 7th house in the relationships. We pretty much just went over the 10th house. Your honor, your reputation, your prestige, your professional career. That outer foundation. It's not changing all month. It still has this energy going on until Saturn moves out at the end of the month, and it moves out and into Aquarius on the 21st for a couple months before it retrogrades back. But that energy is still the same all month. The only difference is during that full moon, it's being illuminated by emotions, by unconscious energies coming into consciousness, because the moon is having that conversation with it all. So it's a day to make sure, did you get it? But if not, I'm still here all month making sure you're getting it. Then you move into Aquarius, which is your community. It's your community, your groups, your friends, your memberships. It's also your goals, your wishes, your dreams, your ambitions. You have seers here. Threefold theory, people. And Saturn's moving in at the end of the month, like I said, on the 21st. Threefold, and it's much like what the North Node is trying to teach you. It's asking you, are you nurturing the relationships, these groups, these memberships? But the reason why these groups, these friends, these memberships are important is because this is also where your goals, your dreams, your ambitions are, where the real self gets to come out into the rest of the world. So if these dreams, these goals, these ambitions aren't being nurtured with the right memberships, community, and people, then they won't get to be brought into the light. So it's asking you, are you nurturing the right relationships, the right memberships, the right community, the right friendships? Because you should both be illuminating each other and helping you find your dreams, your goals, and ambitions. And if you're not, it's another red flag telling you that you got the wrong people in your life. Sirius is karma, telling you what you're putting out is what you're about to get back. She also speaks to you about what you nurture and what you neglect, just like the North Node does. Saturn's bringing in new rules, laws, and boundaries and going, are you listening? And then taking it back to the actual reputation again and financial success and social foundation. The 12th house, we pretty much explained this too. The 12th house has got Venus, not Venus. It has the sun in it, and it has Neptune in it. It's your skeletons in the closet. It's where you're overcome. Like I said, for some of you, this is government. For some of you, this is like jail or prison. For some of you, this is child support. For some of you, this is court. But some of you, this isn't anything like that. It's your own self-deceptions, your own ill will thinking to yourself. All of this is coming back down to the new moon asking you on the 24th in your sign, are you coming into true self-awareness? And what are you going to do about overcoming those insecurities, healing, and bringing yourself back into your fire? Self-worth, self-value, self-esteem, ultimately, in our emotional security. I love you guys. Bye.